Hello, YouTube world. Now, I want to talk about cell phones, multimedia devices, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and all that good stuff. Okay. Now, the main reason I want to talk about that stuff because I've been noticing for the past few years that there's a lot of people seems to me cannot live without their cell phones. They need it. Like to me, I'm seeing cell phones is like the new age crack. It's like an addiction. People need that cell phone in their hand. And not much for cell phones, electronic devices, one of the main things they use is instant messages, Facebook, Twitter, and all these social sites, stuff like that. Now, everybody knows me. I have a Facebook account. Right here it is. This is Jerry's World. This is my public Facebook page, my Facebook account. And I do post sites on here. Now, a lot of people agree to some of the stuff I say. A lot of people disagree to some of the stuff I say. That's okay. I respect other people's opinion. But what I've noticed here recently that I use all my free time on Facebook. Twitter not so much. But most of my free time was spent on Facebook or YouTube. So I've learned to discipline myself where I only spend like maybe an hour or two a day on Facebook. I only post content on my Facebook a few hours a day. Now, one reason too, about a year ago, I read this quote, because I meant to do this video a long time, can't put it off, I'm doing it tonight. But I read this quote by Albert Einstein, and this quote is so true. It says right here, I fear the day that technology will surpass our human interaction. The world will have a generation of idiots. That is so true. True quote, but they really can't prove that Albert Einstein made that quote. But this one, I believe in the speech I read somewhere one time. It says, I fear the day when technology overlaps with our humanity. The world will only have a generation of idiots. And what's this doing with stuff like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Yahoo Chat, all these instant message programs, even Instagram. We're having less interaction, communications with each other. We're not communicating with each other like we should. Less personal communication. Because, like my nephew, my nieces, even my daughters, in some sense, when they go home, like my niece and nephews, when they go home, they get right on their computer, go right on Facebook, and start chatting with their friends. Or they take a tablet. This is my tablet right here. They take a tablet like this, and they're like on it constantly. Luckily, my sister's making them play outside and do other stuff. Thank God. I have met friends who told their kids to put that stuff down and go outside and play, and rightfully so. But I was afraid of that these media devices, especially social sites like Facebook and Twitter and all these chat pages, stuff like that, and instant messages and everything else, there's less interactional contact, less human contact with each other. What's that boiling down to? Less people are speaking to each other through a personal means, let's put it that way. And what really gets me is cell phones. Cell phones, what I'm thinking as a new modern crack, the new addiction is cell phones. I have a cell phone, and I have learned to only use it for my personal needs. I very rarely text anymore. I just call the person I need to call somebody. And I use it only for work means. Only I call my work and a few of my friends sometimes. And that's all I really use it for. I don't spend a lot of time playing games on it or any of that nonsense. And my tablet, I got Audible on here. I'm using the tablet mostly for books and stuff like that. I have a Kindle app in here, and I use it for books and educational needs now. I do have a game on there. Yes, it is kind of nice to lay in your bed and play your game at night before you go to sleep. I do admit that. But I'm trying to spend less time on these electronic devices, such as my computer, my laptop, my camera, my cell phone, all this stuff we have, They're like modern day idols. People, I think, literally worship this stuff. You can worship it without really bow down to it. I love modern technology, and I love science. I love science fiction myself, and I love the science, and I love all these things about space stuff like that. It fascinates me. But I gotta learn within myself to draw that line. And on my free time, I spend most of the night playing with my granddaughter. I didn't spend all night right here on Facebook posting up content all night. I spend most of the night playing with my granddaughter. My daughter comes here in a few weeks. I'm going to spend most of my free time with my daughter, my granddaughter, and my wife. I will spend more personal time with my family than I would on Facebook. Facebook is an addiction. It's like worse than TV. Okay, I have a Facebook account. I admit that. I have my own Facebook page called Jerry's World. I admit that. But I've learned to only post content maybe a few hours a day, even if that. A lot of times the last thing I do before I go to bed is post some content. And I'm even more careful about putting these posts on Facebook, because a lot of these memes that I found on Facebook, a lot of them would be lies. So I'm going Yahoo and other news sites, legit news sites, to post content on there. I don't use them pretty so much Alex Jones's Facebook page. And believe it or not, with my belief system, I am not an Alex Jones fan. Sure enough, I am not. People think I am, but I'm not. I'm not really a Fox News fan. People think I am, but I'm not, because of my belief system, my religious beliefs. But besides that, to me, when I was a kid going to Sunday school, we talked about modern idols, such as TVs, VCRs, and computers, and radio, stuff like that. To me, the modern idols is the cell phones, the tablet, the computers. I've seen people, I think they can't live without their cell phone. They're addicted to it. It's like they're a magnet to it. All their free time, they're on it constantly. And sometimes I tell them, dude, can you put that down for a few minutes? Who do you talk to 24/7? That's what I said. They're constantly talking to people. I mean, do you have that many friends you want to talk to like 24/7, 24 hours, 7 days a week? Okay. I mean, only time I ever want to use my cell phone is to maybe contact my wife at my work now. I have distanced myself from my cell phone. And what gets me about these cell phones is like I see these people, they say, we'll work for food, do all this for food, yet they have a $500 cell phone. I've seen one of these little places where you can go and get like free soup or some kind of free food and shit, or some kind of free dinner once in a while, these not National Guard, these, what do you want to call it, Salvation Army type stuff. Yet all those homeless people have cell phones. Look, to me, they're starving, but they got a $500 cell phone. And I wonder myself, what's up with that? You can't afford food, but you can afford a $500 cell phone. And you got to pay money to keep those things running. Because cell phone services are not free. Whether you got today AT&T, Verizon Wireless, T-Mobile, I believe, and a few others. There's so many out there, I can't name them all. But majority of those services requires money to keep it running. If you buy a prepaid phone, it requires money to put minutes on that phone to keep that phone active. If you don't pay money to keep that phone active, that phone will not work. You might have a few apps you can play games on it, but you can't text, go on the internet, and everything else. And that gets about cell phones, Back when I was a kid, it was a landline phone. Cell phones became kind of popular in the early 90s. And anybody around my age, maybe a little younger, a little older, will remember the brick phones. And the original cell phones was just for calling. It's like you was talking to a tin can. It got better as technology improved. Then you can text and play games. Eventually you can use them to wash trailers and stuff. Now they're like a fucking computer in your hand, a little computer in your hand that people take everywhere with them and are on them constantly. And you know what's worse than drinking and driving? It's texting and driving. Texting and driving is totally different. I'm not saying I'm not guilty of that, but I say I will not do that no more. If I need to talk to somebody for whatever reason, I pick it up, hit the call button, and call them and talk to them. Texting kind of is a waste of time. Why text somebody when you can call them? I mean, we as a people, as a generation, especially younger generations, we need to teach each other and discipline ourselves to stay away from these. Well, not stay away, but discipline ourselves where we're not constantly like on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all these other social sites. And you have to learn once in a while to put the cell phone down. When you get home, put it down and walk away. I'm pretty sure whoever you're talking to could wait a few hours for you to talk to them again. I'm pretty sure there's nothing that important to talk to you about right then and there. Okay? If they get a hold of you bad enough, they can call you because they have all these damn ringtones now. Used to be the average ding 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 whatever have you. Now there's so many ringtones out there, it's unbelievable. You can put anything you want there as long as you have the money for it. That's okay. But I'm saying though, we as a people around the world, not everybody around the world, not just America, but around the world, that we need more personal communication with each other. What's wrong going to the friend's house and talk to them in person? Do you need like Facebook them all the damn time through Facebook chat? Do you need instant message them all the time or Yahoo Messenger all the time? I mean, people, I can go on forever and ever and ever and ever. And what Einstein said those many years ago is so true today. And this website, right, let me show the website real quick. I'm going to put this on the description box when I'm done uploading this video. But this here is so true. And I'll repeat it one more time, okay? This is a quotation from Albert Einstein, okay? He's a genius and a man that a lot of us look up to. And he says this: I fear the day when technology overlaps with our humanity. The world will only have a generation of idiots. And that, my friends, is so true. Well, YouTube world, that's all I gotta say about it. I have disciplined myself on all these electronic devices, computers, cell phones, tablets, and whatever else have you. I have a YouTube account, and I created 2 YouTube accounts. But I've disciplined myself on YouTube, I disciplined myself on Facebook, and I very rarely go on Twitter. I really don't like Twitter. I like Facebook more, to be honest with you. But I only discipline myself, only spend a few hours a day on Facebook. I don't take Facebook with me to work, and I will not put the Facebook app on my cell phone. There's no reason for me to post content on Facebook 24/7. So a few hours a day is all I need. The rest of the time, I need to spend time with my family, not on Facebook. And I was that way for a while, but I broke myself out of that habit. And thank God I did. So when I go on vacation, I'm not going on vacation and spend all my vacation on Facebook. I will turn the computer off, maybe turn the cell phone off, and go outside and play with the kids. Go outside, talk to my mother. Go outside, spend time with my wife. Spend time with my sister. Spend time with my family. Quality personal time. Not Facebook time, not Twitter time, not YouTube time, not Skype time, but personal time. Personal communications with your loved ones, with your friends, with your family, and all your co-workers is the best thing you can do. I'm not saying this is bad stuff. I'm just saying, YouTube world, discipline yourself on this stuff. Well, thank you for watching. Have a good day. And excuse me for a minute. God bless you and bye-bye.